Democrats have been circulating a memo over the past day about some of the different tactics that can be taken in the Senate and in the House to possibly delay the replacement of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So I just want to go through a few of those. There are more, but they're even more in the weeds than the ones we're gonna go over with. So in the Senate, they can speak at length, very, very bold, objecting to routine consent agreements. So these are sort of procedural hurdles that can take a little bit of time to clear through. Yeah, exactly. Objecting to lifting quorum calls, which is, it's especially significant because if they can be calling people back to DC, that is both time consuming in its own right and also an opportunity cost for embattled Republican senators fighting for re-election. And apparently that's something that McConnell has been warning Senate Republicans to watch out for, saying, this is Senator Hawley, the Republican, said, McConnell has told us that there might be a lot of back and forth that will require physical voting. There are things like raising points of order, filing cloture, those little tricky parliamentary procedure things that can take a little bit of time, but there doesn't seem to be much reason to believe that, especially with the expedited hearing or maybe no hearing at all schedule that they've been talking about, that that'll actually be enough to stop it from going through. It might delay it a little bit. It might draw more attention to it, and it might harm some of those Republicans. That I guess the idea would be then maybe one or two of them could turn against trying to ram someone through so that they can be freed up to go campaign. That to me seems pretty unlikely, but they're at least producing a little bit of an opportunity cost for this.
And that's what Republicans do all the time. I mean, oh my, and this is stuff that you gotta do. They just have to do it. Again, like, what are they thinking? They think there's gonna be some way that they can get through to the American people. Oh my gosh, everyone, they're objecting to lifting quorum calls. How dare they? And then you just look at them like they're psychotic and say, what, you mean we wanna follow parliamentary procedure, which says there need to be 51 people here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's so inconvenient for you to have to come back and do your job.
Well, okay, so I agree, and I think they're gonna try to pitch it as the Dems being ridiculous, but I think that's gonna be hard. But what about on the House side? So you have things like filing war powers resolutions, which have to be taken up at a certain amount of time. Amendments between houses can slow things down, but the big one is hypothetically impeachment that could take a bit of time. I feel like if the Dems did that, the Republicans would lose their minds.
Yeah, I think they need to do any and all of these things, because why the hell not? I mean, this is something that does nothing. Adding this extra justice does not lose them the majority of the Supreme Court for the Republicans.
Well, as someone pointed out, I don't think in the near term this is why they might do it. But while this doesn't modify the vote that would come for something like basically canceling the election, maybe for the ACA, it like just totally nullifying it. It might be 4-4 right now, depending on how Roberts is feeling on any given day.
Well, that's exactly my point. Is this is only for stuff like that. This is not when Trump gets in front of everybody and says we need 9 for this vote because they're ruining the vote. No, I mean, all this does is remove from Roberts that feeling he has had and exercised frequently that he is the steward of historical decency on the Supreme Court. So he is the one who steps in, and everyone was wondering about it after Kennedy left, but he's the one who steps in and goes, I think we have to uphold this based on this one thing. We'll let, and he's done it already on the ACA. He has been the one who's like, this is technically a tax.
Yeah.
So it's under there. And that I think is just him saying like, listen, this was such a landmark accomplishment for everyone in America. It has never been done before, and it was done legislatively, so with a filibuster-proof majority. Yeah. So, I mean, I gotta let it stay.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.